Hey everyone, it's Enoch from All Dogs Off-Road, and today we are going to be installing the SS6 fog kit for a 3rd gen Nissan Frontier. It's going to be pretty straightforward. It's plug and play. These are SAE certified, road legal. Let's jump into it. All right, so jumping into the fender here, we've already taken the wheel off, as you can tell. To get in back here, to get to the fog light, we're going to remove these two. We're going to pull that out. There's 2 more screws underneath there, and then we're going to remove all of the plastic holders on the front section. We don't have to mess with the back section. If you feel like you need to, go ahead and remove it, and you can remove the whole fender liner, but all you actually have to do is uncover this area. So that's going to be our goal real quick right now. So lesson learned, make sure you watch anything falls out so that way you put it back. There are a few clips that are just kind of in the metal, and if you pull them just right, they will pop out. So not a big deal, just make sure you put them back in so that way everything clips in correctly when you're done. Gets right around it, pulls it right out nice and even, and you don't damage them, you don't break them, and you can reuse them. All right, we're ready to pull this out and see what we uncover. Oh, there's one more. There we go. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 screws on the inside. And there we go. Now we're nice and flexible here. Oh, that almost got me. That was scary. And you just have to kind of manhandle it. Isn't the word? There we go. I don't like the way that sounds, but I guess it is what it is. And there we go. Out of the way. This is the hardest part, is moving it this way. But once you're open, you can clearly see access to the factory fog light. And it's 3 bolts. We're gonna remove those 3 bolts and then disconnect it from the wiring harness and pull it out. A stubby screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver, it looks like would work for this as well. They're all Phillips or 10mm, so whichever tool you have available to you, that's the one I would use. Once you kind of get this loose, this is all just plastic, plastic pieces connected to plastic pieces. So once you get that loose a little bit, you should be able to get your hand in there and wiggle it out in those tighter spots. These top 2 are a little bit tight. Not impossible, you can see them, but it is not, just easily accessible, I would say. There we go. All right, so on this side, you're gonna go up and then work it around these little spots. You're gonna have to wiggle some, you're gonna have to jiggle some, and kind of put a little pressure on the plastic so it'll move a little bit, but it just kind of came out. But it required me to down and then turn, and then it came out like this. So nice and difficult, but easy at the same time. This should be a little easier, right? A lot less contraptions and wires and bulkiness there with this new light, even though it's gonna be way brighter. That was it, I'm in. All right, so once you've got this in, we're gonna get all these tightened up, but once you get it in there, you get these tightened down, we'll do our plug in here. It's nice and easy, plug and play. The cool part about this, and obviously a necessary part about this, because everyone's vehicle is going to be lifted at different heights and all that fun stuff, this has adjustability, I should say, in there. So you right here, and you're able to loosen that up and move that up and down and get it into proper alignment. So that way the fog light is pointed where it needs to be pointed instead of in a wild way, up or down or left or right. Everything is exactly where you want it, and you get to dictate where that is. So that's a nice attribute to this. All right, so we got everything installed, and we did a little bit of wire management in here, made sure we got all the wires zip tied and in location so that way they don't rattle out and hit anything or get damaged. So at that point, we're gonna go ahead and put everything back together, and then we're gonna jump over to the other side, repeat the exact same process that we did over here, finagle that bad boy out. That's gonna be the hardest part of the whole thing, I feel like, is getting the stock fog light out. But besides that, it should be a pretty quick, easy, and painless process. All right, we are all done with the install of the brand new SS6 fog light kit for the 3rd gen Nissan Frontier. As you can see, we're going to show you a little bit of before and after as far as light and how it's projected and how much different it is in brightness. You won't be able to see throw distance because we don't have an open enough space for that, but you can at least assess how the spread is. So that'll be pretty cool. Check it out.
So as far as comparison goes, these will be the OEM, off, on. You can kind of see a little lower light there, right there. You can see them kick on. All right, let's see what the new ones look like. All right, we are ready to see what these new fog light replacements by Diode Dynamics look like. Just got them installed. Turn on the lights, and there you go. That's with them off. That's with them on. You can tell there is way more light output than the LED fogs, 100%. It even goes over to Kyle's area over there. So if I hit a deer, that's 100% on me.